So now what we going to do, it's again, I'm just gonna lower the opacity of the original branch. So I'll just leave a very low opacity shape so I can follow, and then we'll just start selecting and making the new branch. Now this one, for example, we're gonna change the branch itself. It won't have the same shape as the other one. I'm gonna upscale this one a bit. Oh, sorry. Alright, so that should provide some variety, and now let's just continue. Yeah, it's a good idea to name your layers properly. Okay, just in case, that helps a bit with the selection. And now let's just start copying and pasting some parts of these branches. Again, as you can see, I'm playing also with the scale of the green leaves, so that will give us some additional variety. And here I'll just save some time, and I'll just overlay these two branches on top of one of the other, so that will hide the repetitiveness of their shape, something like this. Okay, so for now I need a smaller branch. Okay, this one should do well. Alright, so this one will flip again. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I flipped the whole canvas. Sometimes it happens. Yeah, I selected the wrong layer. Okay, just a little bit more tweaks and we're gonna be ready with this branch texture. Let me just copy this on here. Okay, so now I'm thinking that I'm gonna leave it this way, so it has some asymmetry from each side. Yeah, maybe I'll just add here a few leaves just to break up the yeah, I'm just gonna copy this layer. I'm gonna downscale it a bit. Okay, so yeah, that should be good enough for our prop. So now what is left to do? It's we have to collapse all these layers of this branch in order to make a proper alpha mask for it. So let me just see. Okay. Now, after you collapse all your layers of these two branches, all you need to do is select them again. Yeah, just select the whole texture with their layer selected, and yeah, I think we can copy it here. Oh. Okay. So now we can just bring them to the top. Yeah, maybe they should have a bit more space between them. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move the second branch a bit further. Okay. So now what it's left to do to create the alpha channel for them, it's just to select them again, duplicate the layer actually, and then from image go to adjustments and just select curves. So basically what you need to do is just to adjust the curves this way that the whole branch become white. And that's it. As you can see, it's really simple technique. It's really effective. So now all it's left to do is just to copy these white branches and just paste it inside the alpha channel. But first we have to delete the older one, and in order to do that we just have to paint with a black color, because in the alpha channel the white parts are this that is going to be visible inside the game engine, and the black parts are the transparent ones. So first we need to, sorry, I'm just gonna select black color and just delete, remove the previous branches from the alpha channel, and then I'm going to just paste the selected new white branches here. Now you can easily click on the RGB channel just so you're able to place them more properly. Alright. Yep. It's a perfect fit, so now we can delete the white layer or just hide it from the diffuse texture. And if you go now here in the alpha, you're going to see that we have the new alpha texture for these branches. Now there's a bit of a problem, and maybe we'll have to move the branches a little bit up, because as you can see here now this little branch is intersecting with the big one, and that will cause some problems later. So okay, we're just gonna fix it really quickly. Just going to move it this way. And again I'll just copy and paste the layer with the white leaves inside the alpha channel. And this time when we position them properly, everything should be fine. Okay, so now what is left to do, it's just to darken them a little bit. And desaturate. Okay, so this should be fine. And now usually when you create alpha textures, it's a good idea, you see this blur effect around the other branches. Now the reason that you see this blur on every texture with vegetation, branches and stuff like that is because you need to have some color offset around the edges of the alpha. So otherwise you could potentially see if your branches are, for example, on a white background, you can see a tiny white lines around the alpha. So it's a good idea to, when you're done with all your textures, just select them. I'm just going to name this branch new branches, and I'm going to duplicate it. I'm gonna name it board, and I'm going to paste it below, and I'm gonna apply a Gaussian blur. So now you see they have this greenishly looking blur around them, so later we won't have any visual artifacts around the leaves inside the game engine. So yes, always after you're done with all your branches and you position them properly on your texture, just make a few layers with this blur. I'm going to even duplicate this one, and that will strengthen up the blur. It will make him even more pronounced. Just make a few layers with this blur, and that will help you a lot later. Okay, so now that we are ready with this, I'm just gonna export this texture inside CryEngine. Alright, so now I'm just gonna name it branches atlas 2, and something that you need to know in order to export properly this kind of texture is that now from this list you should select not just diffuse, but you should select diffuse with alpha test high quality. Now this alpha test means that the alpha mask that we did, it's going to be included inside the texture, and the game engine is gonna read it properly. Okay, so now I'm just going to leave with the 4K, and if you want to be sure that your alpha is visible from here, from the RGB, you can just switch to alpha, and you can see here that the alpha mask appears successfully in the window. So I'm just going to export it, and in the next lesson we're gonna continue with making up and tweaking inside ZBrush a little bit our bark texture that we're going to use.